Hey, what's happening gamers? Welcome back to another 3DS video review. Today's game was sent to me courtesy of the folks over at Nintendo of America. Thank you very much. Steel Diver is a side-scrolling submarine action game co-developed by Nintendo's EAD team and Vitae. Like with Pilot Wings Resort and Nintendogs Plus Cats, this too was a first-party launch title for the system and in my personal opinion stands out from the pack. Steel Diver is a very unique styled game and it's a new IP from Nintendo as well. Alright, it's time for us to dive into this review. Alrighty, so this game features 3 modes of play. Campaign, which acts as the main mode for the game. Here players can choose your submarine and try your hand at 7 timed missions. The next option is the Periscope Strike, that offers 3 challenges and is like a shooter. Lastly, we have the Steel Commander, a turn-based strategy game where you can play against the computer or with 3DS download play. Now, the gameplay is done primarily with the touchscreen, but this is both a blessing and a curse. Players use the stylus to move a series of levers to control your sub's actions like surfacing and diving, also controlling the speed of your machine and launching torpedoes. Keep in mind, some subs you will need to adjust their angles too. For the strategy controls, they are also touch-based for the most part, although in Periscope mode, players can use the gyro system to move your 3DS around in real time. But the developers have also added the option for us using the compass with our stylus to move the ship around too, which is a great addition. So, what didn't I like about this game? Let's start with the controls, shall we? While I enjoy the touchscreen, I would have liked to be able to control at least the ascent and descent of my sub with the top buttons. Then have the option of attacking with the A button like in the Periscope mode. Without this option, it makes the controls feel a lot more clunky than they need be. That and since the game is timed, yes timed, this adds a lot more tension and frustration with this game later on. That's a real problem because it just slows down the pacing of the game and that's a dire shame. The strategy aspect wasn't my cup of tea either. It was a unique approach mind you, but I only tried it for a little bit. Still, the biggest fault with this game is that it has no multiplayer. Other than the download play strategy game, that's it. I think this game would have excelled better with online multiplayer and it could have capitalized more on the campaign aspect. Okay, does this game have any redeeming qualities? For the most part, I think the visuals for this game look really great, especially with the 3D on. It made this stuff pop out to me, and what's even better is this title didn't give me a headache at all, unlike some of the other launch titles. Most of the environments may look the same, but that's what happens when you make an entire game about submarine combat, so I don't really hold Nintendo at fault or nitpick on the visuals. What truly made the 3D look cool though was the Periscope Strike. In all honesty, this is the part of the game that I play the most. It's just so much fun to sink the different ships coming at you. Plus it didn't hurt that this part felt like the hunt for Red October, especially the sub-battles. I just wish there was more levels to it and that there was a way to increase the difficulty. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. Frankly, do I think this game is worth buying? I'm gonna say yes. While this game isn't for everybody, it has a very relaxed vibe to it and the controls are very easy for anybody to pick up and play, and that's important. My minor gripes aside, I enjoyed playing this title and I think you will too. Well, thus wraps up another 3DS video review. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch, and if you're new to my stuff, please subscribe because it's free for you and cool for me. Thanks again, have a great weekend, and until we meet again gamers, God bless and happy gaming.